Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome. Today I bring you something that I hold of great value. All right. For those who are not familiar with the Anuhazi languages, are certainly in for a treat. At least I think you are. All right. So today I bring you a song using the Mua Anuhazi language. Allow me to describe this, how I came across it in the process. That way you'll understand what the Anuhazi language is if you're not familiar with that. All right, so I've been studying cheilontic morphogenic science for about 2 years, close to. Anyhow, within my quest to compile this information and categorize it so that I can understand it better, I further realized something that I had already known, but not to the point to where I know it now, and that is the relationship of sound and light spoken as a language. Okay, in a group I had been following on Facebook, I came across this song. Okay, it's being in the Mua Anuhazi language, sung by Sabrina Woolley. I was familiar with Sabrina because I had transcribed one of her songs about a year or so ago. And this performance, I believe this performance was recorded from one of the KS workshops because it was live, right? I think the workshop was Sliders 10, I believe. Anyway, the quality wasn't very good. A lot of the earlier workshop audio quality, there was problems with that. So anyhow, this video I viewed on Facebook had the Anuhazi language along with the English translation of that language. So I wasn't able really to make out, because the video was really small, all right? It was, for whatever purposes, it was made small. And so I couldn't really read it, so what I did is I video captured it in order so that I could blow it up in order to be able to see the language and the translation. And unfortunately, when I did that, I think maybe there was an issue with it prior to that as well. I couldn't really make out probably a quarter of what was being sung. In other words, the characters within the video was corrupted. So I went on a quest and I looked into some of the information that I was able to compile and other things in order to find out whether or not this was the proper translation and what the words were and all this other stuff. So it took a while for me to actually kind of put that together. I decided to create a video and make it available to those who may be interested. So what I ended up doing is I ended up EQing and processing the original track of Sabrina singing and playing piano. Then I played classical guitar, doubling the piano, and then I doubled the vocal melody with violin and then added cello and contrabass in the harmony. Okay, so finishing it up by mixing it, and then I mastered it. So it's a low-res mastering of this particular track, but I figured if I was going to make the recording better, I might as well add orchestration and just kind of, do what I could. So it was a bit of a challenge to do this, but I did it for you. I wanted it to be available for those to listen to it because the time that I have spent with this track, and obviously I spent a bit of time with it, I'm listening to it over and over again. And I'm telling you what, man, has it made an impact on me. I would recommend to anybody that listens to this, because I'm going to post the Anuhazi language and the translation in the description of the video. I'm going to put it on the screen as well, but I think it would better serve you if you copy and pasted that which is in the description and have it available to you. And if you can, download this video and pull the the audio from this so that you can have it available to you all the time. I think it will really benefit you. And there's a reason why I think it will really benefit you. And that reason is this. Anuhazi is the first spoken written language form of density 4 emerald order Elohim Anuhazi feline hominid founders race, out of which all the external language forms in our time matrix emerged. The first of the 5 Christos languages, the Mua Anuhazi language of the Peledia Urite Cloister Mua race, Anuhazi Mua is the first external spoken language in our time matrix. That is the native tongue of the Emerald Order, Bruno, and Lyran Siren Elohim Christos founders races of density 5, that is dimensions 13, 14, and 15. Anuhazi is also the original language of ancestors, that is our ancient ancestors, of the Elohim races, and the basis of all spoken language on earth today. It is, however, more complex than our contemporary earth languages because it is comprised of 144 letters. The Anuhazi language is made up of tones and sounds that carry the frequency of God's source creation. It contains the frequency of original divine intent and is thus a form of conscious living light. Every sound and tone within the language resonates with the energy template underlining all manifest forms when in their original divine form. One could think of the Anuhazi as the spoken language of our DNA template. It is the true language of creation where the name or sound of anything in manifestation corresponds directly to its tonal energy signature. Anuhazi is used in Keylontic science techniques in the form of songs, affirmations, and specific sound tone programs. By using these techniques, we infuse our biofields and DNA template with the frequencies of the original divine blueprint. The songs used in Keylontic science contain the keys to the original divine blueprint for creation and thus are often referred to as the sacred psalms. These psalms are audible tone translations of what are called specific fire letter sequences within the intricate structure of our DNA template. Use of the psalms activate these fire letters in the personal DNA template, which then serve to begin the process of DNA template healing and biological ascension. So, as you can see, very beneficial, right? Anyhow, so enjoy. We'll see you next time.
Ah-BhrE
you.